Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing kind of like a two-toned, or like, I don't know, two-toned I guess, like look on each eye. I don't know. I'm just bored, so I'm gonna go with it. So if you like to see what I do, just keep on watching. So I was looking through my makeup, and the reason I kind of wanted to do a two-toned, like, different eye look on each eye was because I came across the Profusion Festival palette. I think I've only used this once or twice, and two different color schemes were kind of calling to me, and I was like, I'm just gonna do one on each eye so I could, satisfy both. I did check to make sure I didn't have any smudges on my lens this time because of the last, my BoxyCharm video. No. Was it? No. It's gonna be my Mother Gothel video. Had the smudge on it, which upset me when I saw all that back on the footage when I was going to edit. I was like, you've got to be kidding me, but yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh yes, and I have dyed my hair. I don't think I had it dyed in my Mother Gothel video. No, I didn't. So yeah, now it's like this pink color and then the black. So I think I'm going to start on my left eye first. So the left eye, I think I want to keep... I might want to do like cool tone on this eye and like warmer tone on this eye, maybe? Yeah, I think we might do that. So yeah, yes? Yes, we're gonna, okay. I'm going to start off with this blue shade. I actually have, they came with like a little leaflet that I ended up putting on top of here. So this shade is called Hipster, this light blue shade. I'm going to take that on a blending brush. Boy, do I need to wash my brushes, I'm running low. I don't know if the power just glitched or I don't know. So I'm just taking a Wet n Wild blending brush and I'm running this into my crease. Now this is a very, very light toned shade, which is not showing up like I was hoping it would. So I might have to go into a different palette just to get a different shade of blue to make this look work, because I was going to do pinks in the crease on this eye and blues in the crease on this eye. I don't know, it might work. We'll just see. We'll roll with it. And I'm also going to run the shade on the lower lash line. I think I have done like a two-tone look before, but not for a very long time. I think it was like last Halloween, not this past one, but 2018 Halloween. I might have done a two-tone eye look. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the shade Wavy, which is this other matte blue shade. This is the only other matte blue shade in the palette. And we're going to run this into the crease as well, just using the same brush. For the lower lash line, I'm going to switch up the brushes. I'm using the Luxie 131 mini angled brush. Using that same shade though, and running it on my lower lash line. So I do think that that first blue I laid down is kind of disrupting how this other blue is laying on top of it. I feel like it's blending away. It didn't do that on the lower lash line because I didn't have as much of that blue on the lower lash line, so I just poked myself in the eye. So I'm thinking it has something to do with that first shade. Maybe it was like too chalky and stuff does not want to stick to it well, but I'm having a hard time getting the second blue to stick well into my crease. But I am trying, I sure am trying though. So now, I do think I want to go in with a brown. I'm going to try not to mix it with the blue too much, because if you mix blue and brown, it becomes like this weird, disgusting, muddy shade. But I am going to go into the shade Bossy, I believe, which is a slightly warm-toned brown right here. And I'm just going to pat it and very slightly attempt to blend some of it on the outer corner right here. And this is only because I do not have a dark blue shade in this palette, and I want to try sticking to this palette just by itself to do this look. I don't know if that brown is not sticking that well either. Maybe it's that second blue shade that sucked. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try going in with the shade Champ right here, which is slightly darker, so maybe it'll at least show up semi-dark on my eye. Getting a little frustrated here, oh my goodness. Okay, now I think I'm going to work on the other eye. I think I am going to start off with the shade I think I'm going to start off with the shade Rave, which is a slightly light pink shade. I'm only going to take a very small amount because I don't want to go too dark on this eye. So I'm just going to take this Royal and Langnickel Motor Pro crease brush, pop a little on there, and really tap off the excess and lightly brush this into the crease. Slowly build it up so that it doesn't get too intense. Okay, then next I'm going to go into the shade Totally, which is this like pinkish, burgundy, reddish type color down here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to build it up too much since that other blue was a slight disappointment on that eye. And I barely tapped into it, so I could tell that this color, if you really built it up, would be super nice and vibrant. Then for the lower lash line, I'm just taking this smudger brush from, actually it's a detail brush from Royal and Langnickel Omnia line. The Omnia BOM-18 detail brush. Same shade, and running it on the lower lash line. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling. I have yet to eat a decent breakfast today. I had a snack, but not like a meal. Okay, then I'm dipping into that dark shade Champ one more time that I used on the outer corner of the other eye, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner of this eye. Okay, now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the lid of both eyes 2/3 of the way out with some concealer, because I am doing a half cut crease look, so I'm going to just do that real quick. Now, if you've watched some of my videos in the past doing the like put it on the lid and then look up trick does not work, I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Because my eyes are fairly hooded, I'm going to just take a flat shadow brush, if I could find one. There, okay. And I have some concealer on the back of my hand. If I were to do that trick where people are like, oh, let's just put some right here, and then look up. If I look up, you don't see it. Even if it does transfer, it does not show. So what I like to do is I like to have my eyes completely opened and relaxed. Then find out where it would be visible, and then just kind of mark it out through there. I have a hair hanging off of this. One of the brush hairs on here is like coming off, but like it's stuck in there, so I do have to kind of cut it. That should work. Okay, now let's finish that. Okay, now that I did that, and I did set it with a skin-toned powder, I'm going in with the Luxie 246 Precision Crease Brush, and I'm going to start on my left eye. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with maybe like purples. So I'm going to first go into the shade Fanny Pack, which is the shade right here, And I'm going to put this on the inner third of my lid, and I'm going to wet my brush. And I'm going to put this right here. This is like a nice duochrome type purple. It has like a bluish reflect, which I think would go well with this look. Okay, and then for the second shade, I'm going to go into the shade Groove, which is this slightly darker, cool-toned purple shimmer. This also has a slight blue reflect to it. So I'm still not liking the outer corner of this eye, so I'm trying to think of what I can do to salvage that. I might just end up going in with this black, even though it has some glitter in it. This black shade right here is called Onyx. It does have like glitter, so maybe like if I do like tap off the brush after I dip in, it'll just fling off the glitter. Yeah, I think it's definitely the second blue shade that is doing it. It's this wavy shade that is making this look not how I want it to go. But I do think adding that bit of black did help. Now that doesn't look as blended as I normally go for, but it's having a hard time. This whole eye on this side is having a hard time, so. Okay, then for the lower lash line on this side, I might just use that first shimmer shade, so the lighter of the two. I'm going to put this on the inner corner, and also run this right here. Okay, now to finally focus on this side, I'm going in with another clean Luxie 246 Precision crease brush. And I think I actually want to do like a, because I did purple on this side, I kind of want to tie it in with the blues. So I think I actually want to go in with the shade Geode, which is this right here. Okay, then for the other shade, I'm going to go into the shade Atlantis, which is this bluish shade right here. And then I'm going back and forth with the shades to blend them together. I just wiped off this little detail brush and I'm going back into the shade Champ, which is that dark brown shade. I think I am going to deepen up the crease too, but I'm going to first run this along the top of that shimmer. And then just taking that first shade one more time, running this into the inner corner and on the lower lash line. Okay, now I think I do want to throw on some lashes just to give it like a more cohesive, I don't know, cohesiveness to it. So yeah, I'm going to throw on this Wet n Wild Mega Liner in the shade Black on both eyes. Okay, then for mascara, I'm going into the Butter London Double Decker Lashes Mascara, and I'm going to coat my top and lower lashes. I do think I'm going to hold off on lashes until the end though, because I really don't want to have to deal with them while I'm doing the rest of my look. So I'm going to finish off my base. For my base, I do have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation on, along with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And then I powdered it with the Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room Powder Loose Translucent Powder. I did that for under the eyes and along my chin and my smile lines and my frown lines. And then the rest of my face I set with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent. So I'm going into the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Natural. This smells so good, by the way. I am just taking an angled fluffy brush and I'm using that to warm up my cheeks. Also the bridge of my nose. Okay, then for contour, I'm going into the Be Bella Cosmetics Contour Palette, and I'm taking the shade right here. I'm going to be taking my small contouring brush from Luxie, and I'm just going to use that to carve out my cheekbones and my jawline. And then I want to go in with this Laura Geller New York blush. This is their Baked Blush and Brighten blush in the shade Tropic Hues. I got this in a BoxyCharm ages ago and I don't really use it because it does have a shimmer in it. I'm not the biggest fan of shimmery blushes, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it today, so. Just going to use my Aesthetica P12 brush. I can't remember if this is super pigmented or not, so hopefully not too bad. Well, hello pores, now that this is super shimmery and I have emphasized every single pore on my cheeks. Then for highlight, I kind of want to glow a bunch today, so I'm going in with the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. It's like this champagne-y shade right here. And what brush should I use? I have a feeling I should use a different brush than what I normally do because I feel like that would pack it on too heavily. I'm going to use this Luxie Tapered Highlighting Brush right here. And I'm going to use that to highlight my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose. Not only do I want to emphasize my pores today, I apparently want to emphasize all my texture. I feel like that is a little dark on my skin because I feel like I see a weird cast when I look completely straight. You could see it right here, how it's like a weird dark cast, which is unfortunate, but I'm still going to use it. Probably just wouldn't use it in this amount if I went out with it on, because I think using this before I've used a subtle amount and it didn't create that situation for me. super shiny. Oh my god. Okay. Well, now that I am like glowing to the gods, I have to figure out what lip color I want to do this with this crazy look. Okay, let me think about it. I think I might want to do slightly more cool toned on the lips. I'm going to go into this Wet n Wild liquid catsuit metallic lipstick in the shade Shall We Slay. This is a part of that Fire and Ice collection, so it is slightly metallic. I didn't want it to have a kind of a glossy look, so let's hope that this color is what I'm going for. It's like a kind of like a cool toned stone brown color, if that makes sense. Okay, that shade did require 2 coats, but it looks alright, I think. So I'm going to throw out some lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I threw on the, I got these from a BoxyCharm a while ago. These are the Baddington lashes in the style Monroe. I don't know if you can see them really well or not. But yeah, I threw those on, and my eyes are watering like crazy because I really don't wear lashes, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, that is the final look. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already, or if you want to. My next look is going to be one of my looks in my Disney Modern Day Villain series. I think it's going to be the Queen of Hearts. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next one. Bye!